So I just got back from watching Oppenheimer. That's right, a few days before Barbieheimer erupts around the world. Is it called Barbieheimer or Oppen Barbie? I don't know. It's one of the two. Anyway, you got Barbie, a movie about plastic dolls. You got Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, the women are going nuts for him, and Barbie dolls. And then you got Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb. Very serious, very dramatic film. Two polar opposites. I saw Oppenheimer. And this morning I saw it at 10 a.m. in the morning. Had my coffee. I'm sitting in the movie. I'm watching it. Within 5 minutes, I'm like, wow, this is a beautiful film. Acting, the sound, the visuals are just stunning. I mean, Christopher Nolan is firing on all cylinders. I'm like, oh yeah, we got ourselves an Academy Award winner right here. If this movie doesn't win, well, there may be a reason for it, and I'll talk about that in just a bit. But he's going to get nominated. Best directing for sure, best picture for sure. Cillian Murphy is going to win best actor, unless some actor comes out playing some majorly handicapped character, because you know how the Academy likes those kind of roles. If you're playing a handicapped person, you're probably going to win. If someone doesn't do that this year, he's got the Academy Award. Brilliant performance, magnetic. The way that he worked and just showcased the various different aspects of J. Robert Oppenheimer's personality. I mean, Cillian Murphy was just awesome. Everybody in this movie is fantastic. Everyone. And this movie is like the Avengers of Hollywood. They all got in this movie. Christopher Nolan could call up Marlon Brando, say, can you get out of the grave and come in my movie? Marlon will say, yes, I'll be there. That's what this movie's like. Marlon's not in it, by the way. I'm just saying. But I mean, you're seeing actors we haven't seen in years. Josh Hartnett is in the movie. He's great. Casey Affleck, we haven't seen him in a bit. He's great. There's so many amazing actors. Half the time I'm watching this movie, I'm like, who's showing up next? Wow, you're really good. Shit. This is amazing. Matt Damon probably will get nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Robert Downey Jr. will get nominated for Best Supporting Actor. He's friggin' phenomenal in this. Yeah, Iron Man is back, playing a very different character, and it just goes to show you how talented the man is. He's just friggin' amazing. Everyone is great. And you know what they did? Do you know how good this movie is? They made Emily Blunt look average. Average. The makeup is that good in this movie. How do you make Emily Blunt look average? I don't know how you do it, but Christopher Nolan did. And I'm shocked. Plus, she's a fantastic actress, by the way, okay? She's phenomenal as Kitty, as J. Robert Oppenheimer's wife. On point. I mean, wow. Will get nominated as well. So I'm watching the film. I'm liking where it's going. It kind of goes black and white in color. At times you're like, I think I know why the black and white comes into play, sort of these more nefarious, more these secret meetings things, but then it changes and it's like, okay, it's not going back in time and it's not that, it's something else. I don't know. It's sporadic. You just go with it and it's kind of cool. Half the time the shots are not in focus. I'm like, did you get a new DP? Because they're close up on the people's faces and the blur. I don't know. It's something you'll notice in the movie because everything is like massively close up on everybody. I mean, it's IMAX, and so you see them at like 60 feet high, and you're like, the shot's not in focus. But anyway, it is what it is. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going through his history. He was a young student. He becomes a professor. He's studying quantum mechanics or quantum physics or one of these things. He's going through this. He knows Einstein. He's going, gets recruited by the US government to take over this Manhattan Project. But before that, he was a very liberal professor who was dabbling with communism at the time. And, it gets into all these little, these essences and these little, small pockets of US history, which are fascinating if you're an American. But if you're not, well, good luck, because Christopher Nolan expects you to have read or know about Oppenheimer before you go to this movie. Because if you don't, good luck. There's barely an explanation for this thing. Nothing. There's no timestamp. There's no text on the screen to say 1932, 1945, nothing. You either know by how old Cillian Murphy looks in the scene, or you don't. That's how I gauged it, to be honest with you, because I was like, where are we at right now? Oh, he looks young here. Okay, so he's longer hair. He's a student. Oh, he's shorter hair, gray hair. Okay, we're now in modern times. That's the only way you know about this movie. Christopher Nolan expects you to watch this movie every second of this film. And if you don't, you have to go to the bathroom? Well, good luck. Bye-bye. There goes 3 hours. I'm joking. It's not that bad, but he could be a little bit more explanatory in this film. And that's one of the issues with this film. And the other issue to this film, I'll tell you right after this sponsor message.
Here at Geek Culture, we've tested plenty of chairs, but Secretlab gaming chairs remain one of our favorites. Whether it's for work or play, they feel great to lean back against, with their ergonomic features offering support for the whole body, from the head and back to the arms, and even something for your butt. This mix of form and function helps the Titan Evo 2022 deliver the best seating experience like no other. For more information, check out secretlab.co.
The other issue to this movie is it is way too long. It is at least a half hour too long. Look, 3 hours is a lot to sit through on a film. I mean, the longest film before this one was Avatar, the sequel to it, right? But that was, visually stimulating with 3D and action and all these things. This movie primarily is talking heads, and they're really close up, like massively close up. But you do get a sex scene in this film. Christopher Nolan brought back the sex scene to cinema. I'll be damned, it's been how many years since I've seen one of those? But he brought it back. Florence Pugh, Cillian Murphy. It was a hot scene, I gotta tell you. She's a beautiful woman, and she's a fantastic actress. It was done very tastefully. But there's a sex scene. Actually, there's two. There you go, Christopher Nolan. Thank you. But besides that, I mean, this film is long, man. And by the time you see the testing of the atomic bomb, we are now into the second hour of this film. That's how long it is. I thought to myself, I was watching the movie for a while. I'm like, okay, we probably cleared 2 hours already. I looked at my watch, an hour and 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, I got to keep going with this. Okay. I went to the bathroom twice in this thing. But as soon as the credits rolled, I was out of there fast, man. I could not wait to get out because I got to get on my day. And I get that this movie wants to explain a lot of things in history. I understand that. But there were a lot of scenes that felt very repetitive. And I think it would have been nice if someone watched this film with Christopher Nolan and said, Chris, brilliant job directing, brilliant job acting, great visuals, but you got to cut a little bit out of this movie. It's not like The Godfather where every scene is important. There were a lot of scenes, as I mentioned, were repetitive, and a lot of scenes didn't need to be there to push the story forward. They just were there just to showcase some great writing. It kind of felt a little self-indulgent at times, but yeah, man, if you cut 20, 30 minutes out of this movie, it's a perfect movie. The acting, the visuals, the makeup, the sound, the music, it is just phenomenal. But it's too long. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Oppenheimer. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you agree with me after watching this movie, or do you have a different opinion? I would love to hear from you. And if you like my movie reviews, check out more of them right here.